What is up, guys? It is Bryan here. Today, going to be talking about the San Francisco 49ers and linebacker NaVorro Bowman, because he's been in the rumor mill for a while because the San Francisco 49ers are thinking about trading NaVorro Bowman to another team for compensation, for draft picks, or whatever. I think you guys know a thing or two about trade, so I'm just going to leave it like that. But I'm just going to be discussing it. Will they do this trade, and what if they did this trade? Let's answer the first question. Will they do this trade? Probably not. I think this is just smoke and mirrors. I think this is just some dude talking about the 49ers trading NaVorro Bowman to another team just for fun or whatever, just because it's the offseason and they need something to talk about. And this is sort of a similar situation like Richard Sherman, because Richard Sherman, a month ago, he's rumored to get traded by someone from the Seattle Seahawks to some other team, and John Schneider was thinking about, oh, we might be thinking about it. There might be some interest trading Richard Sherman to another team for a first round pick, second round pick. I don't know what the details were, but they were just there, and it was just complete smoke and mirrors. It didn't happen, and I knew it wasn't going to happen. I think this was just for fun talk before the draft and what have you, and John Schneider probably knew that as well. I think John Schneider was like, we weren't thinking about it at all, and it was just there to be there, the whole rumor thing. But I'm just going to leave it like that with Richard Sherman. But NaVorro Bowman, I think this is just the same situation. I don't think that anything's going to be happening as well. And General Manager John Lynch has stated that NaVorro Bowman is not getting shopped anywhere. He's not going to get traded anywhere anytime soon. And I hope he's right. I hope he's not giving some PC answer. I hope he's really genuine and he really means that NaVorro Bowman is going to stay in San Francisco, which I think it's true. I think John Lynch is a truthful man. I don't think he's going to be doing some smoke and mirror stuff and trying to say they're thinking about trading NaVorro Bowman. I think he will stay with the San Francisco 49ers for years to come. And hopefully it could be a good tenure with NaVorro Bowman and San Francisco 49ers for years to come as well. And that's pretty much it for that part. I'm going to be discussing the next part. What is the San Francisco 49ers trading NaVorro Bowman? What if they just did this trade out of surprise and whatever? Because NaVorro Bowman is the heart of this team. He's really important to this team. He's one of the best players in the San Francisco 49ers right now, and they really missed him last season because it was pretty terrible defense last year. We all know that, and I won't be going into deeper with Jim O'Neil of all people, so I'll just keep it like that. But NaVorro Bowman, great player, great person from all accounts. He's a pretty good person. He does a lot of charitable work and what have you, and I don't really know too much about it because I'm not deep into the Bay Area news and whatever. I wish I was, but I currently live on the East Coast. I think you guys all know about that. If they did this trade, I think this would be very, very detrimental to the San Francisco 49ers and their growth, because NaVorro Bowman is a key essential piece for all the rookies, Solomon Thomas, Reuben Foster, and rookie defensive coordinator Robert Saleh. I think they could use NaVorro Bowman big time, and if they traded him, I think they would be losing a leader in the San Francisco 49ers defense. I think you guys all know about NaVorro Bowman. Just all around great player, great leader, great person to have around. It would just be terrible if they did lose NaVorro Bowman to a trade and whatever, and I think John Lynch is smart enough to know not to execute the trade, and he won't be doing it anytime soon. But I'm just here to discuss the hypothetical for this part if they did trade NaVorro Bowman. Other things that would be bad if they did trade NaVorro Bowman would be fan outrage. Oh my gosh, John Lynch would be the most chastised man in San Francisco if he did trade NaVorro Bowman to another team, because that would just be terrible. That'd be like Jim Harbaugh all over again. I wouldn't go that crazy, but it'd be pretty bad like Jim Harbaugh, the way Jim Harbaugh was let go by the San Francisco 49ers a couple years ago, and just letting NaVorro Bowman go like that, that'd be pretty terrible as well. One legit reason the 49ers, if we're thinking about doing this trade, would be because of his injury history, because I think we all know those injuries for the past couple of years. It's been pretty unfortunate. I wish NaVorro Bowman, he didn't get injured, but it's the NFL. It happens. Nobody can control the game, so it happens. It happens. It's just, we gotta deal with it, I guess. And he got injured in the 2013 NFC Championship game against the Seattle Seahawks. That was pretty devastating because he did not play in the 2014 NFL season at all. He played no downs in the 2014 NFL season. He ended up coming up for the 2015 NFL season, so that was a good season for him in 2015. And in 2016, he tore his Achilles against the Dallas Cowboys. That was pretty devastating to watch as well. When I first saw it, it wasn't too bad, but then when MRI X scans came back to torn Achilles, I was like, oh gosh, this is a very, very bad injury, and he ended up missing the whole 2016 NFL season after that, and it was just pretty terrible for NaVorro Bowman. I hope he's doing well right now. I think he is doing well right now, and hopefully he can get into 100% football shape, get healthy and what have you, and get ready for the 2017 NFL season. But if he does retire in a year or two because of all these injuries, I don't blame him at all, because I would love to see NaVorro Bowman be able to do all the things a normal man can do and not be limping around for the rest of his life after football. So we'll see what NaVorro Bowman does, but if he does retire from the NFL, then I don't blame him at all, and I respect his decision to retire early in his career, because players now are more in tune to their bodies now, ever since all the CTE issues and what have you, and people getting concussions and what have you. And Patrick Willis was probably a smart man to retire early, so he doesn't have any of those detrimental effects on his life and what have you, even though it was a finger injury, but it wasn't too bad, like a concussion, whatever. But I would contribute to that, to the whole dysfunction of the 49ers a couple of years ago when Jim Harbaugh was let go as well. I think a lot of players wouldn't have retired during those times if Jim Harbaugh hadn't left, but I think injuries had a contributing factor in Patrick Willis retiring and thinking about his future as well. So I applaud him for that. We'll just see what happens with the whole NaVorro Bowman saga. I don't think this is really a saga. I think this is just some media hype up, whatever, some rumor mill BS and what have you. Just some for us to talk about in the NFL offseason, because we had nothing to talk about in the NFL offseason. So I thank them for that, for having me to have to talk about something else about the 49ers, because I was getting bored, because this channel might be inactive for a little bit just because there's nothing to talk about, but I'll find ways to have videos and discuss discussions with you guys about anything, all things 49ers. So that's pretty much it, you guys. Please let me know what you guys think about NaVorro Bowman. Do you think he's going to get traded? And what if he does get traded? Just a hypothetical. Just let me know in the comments below. And if you guys like this video, please like, subscribe, do whatever you want with this, and I will be catching you guys up later. So I hope you guys have a nice day, nice weekend, nice whatever, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.